Hello, Ignacy Trzewiczek. This is a short video in which I want to describe mission Epidemic. This is the new mission designed for the first Martians. It is a free update. You will find this mission in the app and you will be able to print out the mission sheet from our website and have a great time with this mission. And just a few words, what should you expect from this mission. In this mission, as the title of the mission says, is Epidemic. Everybody has a sickness in the hub. Players start with some condition tokens. Some of these condition tokens are face down, some of them are face up. There is a huge problem in the habitat. Before the game starts, you will draw some condition tokens, as I mentioned, and before the game starts, you will give 3 tokens, 3 markers to each of the players, because we need to know that this lady is blue, he is black, he is white, and then we take one of these markers to put on the scenario sheet to mark if this person, if this astronaut is healed already or if he's still sick. This is a diagnosis track, and you will heal astronauts and move this track until they reach 100% of being totally healed. And we need also 3 more markers, because we will in this mission build isolation wards. So the rooms where you want to keep them, so there is no epidemic spread. So if you build one of these rooms, you will then mark which of the astronauts is held there. In this situation, probably Mr. Mechanic would be kept in the isolation ward. This is what will happen in the setup with these markers. And now a little bit about the gameplay and a little bit about the rules. This mission is all about the problem with the health, as you know. In the production phase of each round, we will draw cards to see if players get more of the face down tokens, which are not very bad, but they are dangerous, or if any of the astronauts has to flip one of the face down tokens to the face up side, and when it happens, it is very, very dangerous, because then in the next step of the production phase, either you close this person in the isolation ward and it is safe, either he's out of the isolation ward, and that means that this condition token now works on every single person. So every single person in the habitat has a concentration difficulties, and every single person in the hub would have a cardiac disaster. That would be disaster. So probably players would decide to keep this person in the isolation ward, so it is not spread. But that means that everybody has anemia, and you have to eat so much more food than you expected in the game. So in the production phase, bad stuff will happen, new symptoms or even problems with the health, then spread of the epidemic around the habitat and everybody in the habitat, and then you try to find the solution and heal yourself. You have 2 actions available. One of them is a symptoms diagnosis. You can make a research action and discard face down token from the astronaut to use well-known research card deck, shuffle them, and see that after diagnosis of these symptoms, you reach 30% of healing this person. So this astronaut goes 30% up, so we are moving in the right direction, and this is one of the ways how we can heal ourselves. The other way, if at some point astronaut doesn't have any tokens, you can still try to heal and try to find a solution, but therefore you will do research action, you will draw a card, but you will use only half of the value, because you have no symptoms that you could analyze. And the last thing that you can do in this mission is building this isolation ward. So we are using a multi-purpose station cards for that, and you need them to keep astronauts safe and to not spread epidemic. It is not mandatory, it is obligatory, but I strongly recommend that you guys have at least 1 isolation ward, to at least keep one of these guys in a safe space. And that's pretty much it. It's a very dangerous mission. It can be played as from 1 to 4 players. Although I strongly recommend to play it in a full variant, like 4 players, the most fun, the most problems, the most tokens spreading around. Great fun, very difficult mission. In fact, previously, maybe you know it from our Informant vlog, previously it was meant to be our early launch kid mission for the celebration of release of the first Martians, but when we were playtesting the mission, it was far too difficult to offer it for you when you just bought the game. So now, when you already have the game, or you already know the game, now you can play Epidemic, very, very difficult mission, but very fun, and I strongly recommend to play it in a full team and having all these problems spreading all around. Of course, in the meantime, the habitat is getting worse and worse and worse, etc., etc. You know, first Martians, you know that there will be killing events, there will be bad adventures, all bad stuff will happen. But the most problem is when one of these tokens is flipped and suddenly everybody has the problems. That's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for playing. If you play Epidemic, give us a comment if you like it or no. Please share information about the game. Tell your friends to download the mission and have great fun. And see you the next time. Thank you. Bye bye.